Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, you already know what we're about here. Real, practical information for men who want to feel strong, vital, and confident well into their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. Today, I want to do something a little different. Instead of walking you through exercises, I want to talk about something that most guys completely overlook. And honestly, it might be the single biggest factor holding you back from peak performance in every area of your life. I'm talking about what you put on your plate, what you drink, what habits you carry through your day, and a handful of facts about your body that nobody ever told you, but that will completely change how you think about men's health. So grab a seat because this one is packed. And I promise by the end of this video, you're going to walk away with real tools you can start using today. Let's start with something basic but absolutely critical: blood flow. Here's the thing most men don't realize. Erectile function, prostate health, testosterone levels, they are all at their core cardiovascular issues. That's right. The same mechanisms that keep your heart healthy are the exact same mechanisms that keep you performing at your best as a man. So when we talk about food and lifestyle, we're not talking about some vague eat healthy advice. We're talking about specific targeted strategies to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support your hormonal system. And once you understand that, everything else I'm going to share today starts to make perfect sense. Let's talk about one of the most powerful foods you can eat for men's health. And it's probably already in your kitchen: beets. I know. Not exactly the most exciting food in the world, but hear me out. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates, and when your body processes those nitrates, it converts them into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is literally the molecule that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. It's the same pathway that certain medications use, except this is natural, food-based, and has zero side effects. A glass of beet juice before a workout, or even just as part of your morning routine, can make a real difference. And if you can't stand the taste, blend it with apple and ginger. Trust me, it becomes actually delicious. Now let's talk about zinc. This is one of the most underappreciated minerals in men's health, and the vast majority of men over 40 are not getting enough of it. Zinc is directly involved in testosterone production. Your body literally cannot make testosterone without it. And here's the kicker: when you sweat, you lose zinc. If you're an active guy, if you drink alcohol regularly, if you eat a lot of processed food, your zinc levels are probably lower than they should be. The best food sources of zinc are oysters. And yes, the old joke about oysters being an aphrodisiac actually has real science behind it. Followed by pumpkin seeds, beef, and crab. Start adding these to your diet consistently, and you'll start noticing a difference within weeks. Here's a fact that genuinely surprises most men. Your gut health has a direct impact on your testosterone levels. There's a connection between your gut microbiome and the hormones your body produces. And when your gut is inflamed or out of balance, your hormonal production takes a hit. One of the most important things you can do is eat fermented foods regularly. Things like Greek yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir. These foods feed the good bacteria in your gut, reduce inflammation, and support your body's ability to regulate hormones. If you're not already eating fermented foods, this is probably one of the easiest and most impactful changes you can make starting this week. Let's talk about what to stop eating, because this is just as important. And I want to be real with you here. I'm not going to tell you to never eat anything fun again. That's not how this works. But there are a few specific things that are genuinely wrecking your hormonal health, and you deserve to know about them. Number one is seed oils: soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. These oils are highly processed. They promote inflammation throughout the body, and emerging research suggests they may interfere with testosterone production. They're in almost every packaged food and fast food item. Start cooking with olive oil, butter, or coconut oil instead. that one swap alone can make a significant difference over time. Number 2 is alcohol, and I know this is a tough one, but the science here is pretty clear. Alcohol directly suppresses testosterone production. It affects your liver's ability to process hormones, it disrupts your sleep, and it raises estrogen levels in men. I'm not saying never have a drink, but if you're having more than 2 drinks a day on a regular basis, it is directly working against everything you're trying to build. Even reducing to just weekends can make a measurable difference in how you feel within a month. Now here's something really fascinating that most guys have never heard of. And this one blew my mind when I first learned it. There's a compound found in cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, called DIM, which stands for diindolylmethane. What DIM does is help your body clear out excess estrogen. Every man has some estrogen. That's normal and necessary. But as we age, and especially with excess body fat, men can accumulate too much estrogen, which directly suppresses testosterone. Eating cruciferous vegetables regularly or taking a DIM supplement helps your body maintain a better estrogen to testosterone ratio. This is one of those things where the science is really solid and the practical application is incredibly simple. Eat your broccoli. Let me share something about sleep that most people underestimate. The vast majority of your daily testosterone is produced while you sleep, specifically during deep sleep cycles. Studies have shown that men who consistently sleep less than 6 hours per night have testosterone levels similar to men who are 10 years older. 10 years older, just from lack of sleep, and it gets more specific than that. The hours between 10 at night and 2 in the morning are particularly important for testosterone production. This means your bedtime actually matters. Getting to bed by 10 or 11, keeping your room cool and dark, and avoiding screens for an hour before bed are not just general wellness tips. They are literally testosterone optimization strategies. Here's a lifestyle hack that is completely free and takes about 2 minutes: cold exposure. Specifically, ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. The research on this is actually quite interesting. Cold exposure activates the nervous system in a way that increases norepinephrine, reduces inflammation, and over time has been shown to support testosterone levels. And beyond the hormonal benefits, it trains your mental resilience. There is something about forcing yourself to do something uncomfortable every single morning that sets a tone for the entire day. If you've never tried it, start with just 15 seconds. Just 15 seconds of cold water at the end of your shower. I promise it gets easier, and you will start to love how you feel afterward. Let's talk about stress, because this is the silent killer of men's health, and it doesn't get nearly enough attention. When you're chronically stressed, your body produces high levels of cortisol. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When one goes up, the other goes down. This is literally biology. Your body, when it perceives ongoing stress, prioritizes survival over reproduction. It's not a design flaw. It's your body doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem is that modern stress, work deadlines, financial pressure, relationship tension, triggers the same cortisol response as an ancient threat, but it never goes away. So your body stays in this low testosterone, high cortisol state indefinitely. The solution isn't to eliminate stress. That's not realistic. The solution is to actively build recovery into your day. Even 10 minutes of intentional breathing, a short walk outside, or quiet time without your phone can meaningfully lower cortisol levels over time. Here's one more nutritional fact I want to leave you with, and this one is about vitamin D. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It functions more like a hormone in the body, and it has direct receptors on the cells that produce testosterone. Studies consistently show a strong correlation between vitamin D levels and testosterone levels in men. And here's the problem. The majority of men in the United States are vitamin D deficient, especially as they age, especially if they spend most of their time indoors. Get your levels tested. It's a simple blood test. If you're deficient, get more sun when you can and consider supplementing. This is one of those interventions where the potential upside is massive and the downside is essentially zero. Guys, here's what I want you to take away from everything I just shared. Your body is not broken. The way you feel is not just getting older, and there's nothing you can do about it. The systems that govern your energy, your drive, your sexual health, and your strength are deeply responsive to what you do every single day. Small, consistent changes in what you eat, how you sleep, how you manage stress, and how you treat your body compound over time into massive results. You are not too old for this. 40, 50, 60. I've seen men in every one of those decades completely transform how they feel by taking this stuff seriously. If this video gave you value, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more men like you find this content. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're putting out new videos every week with practical, evidence-based information for men who want to age on their own terms. And drop a comment below. Tell me which tip from today's video you're going to start with. I read every single comment. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.